Hey girl, so I wanted to make a little stationary ball handling drill for you, just to kind of make things easier to get into the season, try to get those handles tight as much as possible. And this is the type of thing that always helped me when I was trying to get into like high school playing time and with college. So it shouldn't take too long, it's all stationary, and I'm just gonna try to demonstrate everything I can for you to hopefully get you prepped for the upcoming season. Okay, so this is when I'm gonna tie this stuff probably. But everything is pretty much gonna be to the count of 50. For some things it'll be 25 because I'm gonna split it up for each arm. But yeah, so I'll kind of time lapse some of this stuff so that doesn't take too long for the video itself. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Let's get started. Okay, so here's the first move. It's pretty much just working on cupping the ball, but if you can see, I put myself in an athletic stance. To start with my right foot, I put my right foot forward, and I'm just cupping the ball going over and back over my knee. It's important to actually reach over your knee instead of just slapping it and just going straight on top with your hand. It's working on cupping the ball and going back, forth, back, forth, back, forth, just like what I'm doing right there. Once you're done with your right side, now you're going to do the same thing to the left. Just go over and back 50 times with that arm. So once you're finished with that, you're going to go ahead and go to this next drill where you're taking one dribble and you're tossing the ball between your legs and you're catching it with that same hand. So this is really just testing your ball control, trying to just get you really comfortable with that one hand. And it's going to start to get a little bit tiring, but as much as you can, just try to push yourself and go quickly. All right, so now that you've finished with your right hand, you're gonna go ahead and switch to that left hand. Keep on pushing yourself. I know it's okay if you're losing the ball. I'm losing it a lot too, but it's important that you're just trying to do it to the best of your ability as fast as you can. And then once you find a rhythm, just go ahead and challenge yourself with trying to look up as much as possible. So now that you finished with that pass move, you're going to move on to this one. So it's pretty much a little windshield wiper in and out. So you're going across the center of your body. And here I'm showing the importance of cupping your hand. So you're cupping, you're pushing just in and out in front of you. And then that's going between your legs and you're catching with that same hand. And once you're done with that hand, go ahead and move on to the other one. And keep on trying to push yourself as much as possible. Keep on doing that in and out motion, pushing it between your legs. And once you find a rhythm, try to look up. So from that move, now we have the in and out. It's really important to cup the ball and actually not carry. So you don't want the hand underneath the ball and we don't want to overextend the ball too far. We want to keep it right at that midline and just go as fast as you can and just work on that cupping motion. And once you're done with the right side, go ahead and move on to the left. Again, please focus on not actually carrying the ball, but cupping it from the top and pushing in and out with that hand. The next move we have is our pocket dribble. So it looks a little bit simple, but it can be tricky at times. One important thing to keep in mind when you're doing it is to keep your hand on the side of the ball and to not go underneath. If you put your hand underneath the ball when you're bringing it back, it's an automatic call and it's a lot more difficult to control. And one more important aspect of this is to dribble the ball as hard as possible. It makes the reps a lot faster and a lot more game-like. And it's also important to keep in mind to not let the ball rise above your shoulder. Because you're pounding it so hard, it does challenge your ball control, but you want to keep it as close to your waist as possible. All right, and go ahead and do the same thing but with your other hand, but really make sure to not let the ball rise too high. Looking back at this video, I think I let it rise a little bit too much, but I really want the ball to be more around that red line there. So now we're going into our actual dribble moves. This first one is our quick dribble cross. You're trying to have it as fast as possible and as low as possible. This is for when in the game you're caught in tight spaces and need to react quickly, so be sure to just position yourself low and have that ball as low as possible as well. This next move is a variation of our crossover. Before, we were quickly doing our crossover to challenge ourselves and simulate being in tight situations during the game. Now, this crossover is long and wide. This is to practice ball control beyond the simple quick move, but also working on leaning with our dribble. While defenders do look at the ball, your center of gravity and actual body movement is what gets them to react. By moving with the ball, you're able to better sell your move. To achieve this, it's important that you cup the ball for each cross, like how you see in the video. This should be maintained while still swaying your shoulders with the ball movement. So for this next move, you have kind of two options. This first one that I showed is more of the stationary dribble between, where you're focusing more on manipulating the ball with your hand. This second option is when you're dribbling, but you're splitting your feet alongside this. So this is a little bit more game-like and is a little bit more tiring, but you're not quite focused as much on manipulating the ball with your hand. Both are really good options, so I would say it's kind of up to you with what you want to focus on for your workout. One more tip if you're struggling to maintain control of the ball, when you're going between, try to slap the hamstring of that opposite leg. It forces you to follow your fundamentals a little bit more and ensures that you're actually going between your legs properly. So pretty similar to the move that we just did, now we're taking one dribble and we're going back between. So you do have the option to do the stationary, to work on manipulating the ball with your hands, but you do also have the ability to do it where you're splitting your legs as well. This next move we have is our simple pound behind the back. This move can be a real lifesaver when you're dealing with some ball pressure. You're able to protect the ball with your body from the defender yourself. Try to get as many reps as you can, as fast as you can, while still looking up. With this move, you're really going to be pushing yourself. So here I'm just doing a little stationary hardaway or just a between cross, and I'm trying to go as fast as I can while trying to look up and just really challenging myself with the quickness of my hands. So now that you're finished with the 25 for that hand, you're going to do another 25 with the same move, but this time a little bit of a different variation. So here you see that I'm crossing over slow, but I'm pushing the ball quickly for my between the legs. This is working on lulling your defender to sleep, and then you're exploding out to where you're able to drive right by them. And now that I'm done with those two variations, I'm just going to go ahead and switch to my other hand. So first, I'm doing those 25 quick, and then I'm going to move on to doing that change of pace with my quick between the legs and then rising with that crossover. So this next move is kind of simple. We're just going between, behind, and right now you're just doing it regular, and then we're also going to do a different tempo variation similarly to our last move. So here's the change of tempo for the same move. You're pounding the ball between the legs quickly, you're letting the behind the back rise up along with your body. To do this, the dribble is going to be a little bit slower while cupping your hand, as you can see in the video. And once you're done with that hand, go ahead and repeat on the other side and just focus on trying to push yourself as much as possible. It's a little difficult to go between behind quickly. As you can see, I lose the ball there, but just keep on trying your best. And then with that tempo, be sure to remember to let yourself rise up and then explode into that between the legs dribble. So I just finished the workout. It took me a little over 30 minutes. So you can do more or less reps, whatever works for you. You could stop after just like the single arm stuff. Usually for single arm stuff, I do that as like a warm up, just to kind of get me going, kind of get the juices flowing. But even if you can't get all of this done in one shot, I would recommend just doing something consistently. So it could just be maybe just 10 minutes of the workout or 15, something like that. But just try to give your best effort overall each day. So that one day that could be the whole workout, one day could just be half of it or a quarter of it. But being consistent is the most important part. For me, that definitely helped me and paid off was the consistency. And kind of overloading yourself with doing too much at once is kind of a recipe for burnout. So just try to pace yourself, but be very consistent, kind of reflect, what did I do well? What do I need to get better at? Hopefully this video was helpful. If you notice, I lost the ball like a good amount of times, but that also means you're pushing yourself. So just keep on trying your best. Just keep on trying to do what you can do. Just be the best version of yourself each day. So you got it. And good luck this season.